all poets, because the mic is here today, and it's beckoning, so we're calling all poets.
I fall in love too easily.
I'm going to take you back to 1997, a time before cell phones, before digital second lives, and a time when I found myself reflecting on a summer of love that lasted for 3 years, in which I followed the summer around the world, following the outdoor psychedelic trance festivals, with a bottle of liquid LSD that was disguised as a bottle of Clear Eyes. So after reflecting on the pros and the cons of doing that, I wrote these reflections about my experience. A dark smoke-filled room, a club, heavy beats and minimal electro-trance synths permeate the senses, strobe robotica, red lasers, shadows, intrigue and flirtatious deceit. Shapes emerging and disappearing from the darkness, closed eyes in chemical smiles, no eye contact and introspect. Ecstasy, a Tom going down on her D by the bar, lavender-scented smoke, cigars and joints flicker like fireflies rising in the haze, and meth heads lie in a corner like ghosts, sunken eyes and pale skin. A Queen's Counsel disappears into a K-hole. UV, Disney and Fantasia, hedonism, pills, rails and tabs, spinning centrifugal sensuality. Couples queue for toilet cubicles already occupied by sexually ambiguous silver-studded leather-clad pain players. Girls gusset fucking impatient eroticism while the trough man takes a shower. Yeah, you know what that means. Yeah. Paint melts off the walls, hearts race and bodies overheat in dopamine-soaked Molly Rush. Heads blow their tops across the dance floor as drops of sweat collected condensation rains from the ceiling. Carved Michelangelo masterpieces come to life on podiums, naked writing to primal electronica. Lines upon lines upon lines of powder racked across the bar and served with a Stoli and tonic. Pupils dilate, then disappear through coke excess. Limbs writhe in rhythmic threesomes on mountains of minks and leather in the cloakroom. Hosts throw pills across the VIP bar like jackers at the cinema. Burlesque shows and microphone masturbation behind curtain doors. Fuck rooms mistaken for chill out, and an acrid scent of hot rubber and amyl nitrate invade the senses like a rapist, unstoppable in their cause or their resolve. The DJ spins 45s with his cock while a groupie fucks him from behind with big lamp, generously keeping in time with the beat. The beat goes on, the peak gets higher. Middle-aged clubbers in cardiac arrest by the stage, spewing blood on the floor for young ravers to mix with their talcum powder. Epileptic lasers shoot into the main line, pushing the rush beyond bearable. Screams of ecstatic orgasm. Arms wade through a sea of lights, strobed erotic robotica floating on ice. His head is beating in time, with his heart in time to the music. The DJ has set up his decks inside of his body. Electronic rhythms come from within, not without. The sounds are controlled by him, his thoughts, his emotions, temperature, blood flow, nervous system, all subordinated to the will of the music. A fine sprinkler spray rains down upon him, landing 1,000 sensuous kisses from 1,000 beautiful mouths all over his exposed skin. He is drenched in sweat as his body moves subconsciously, reacting, driven with the trance within and all around him, his legs furiously propelling him, directed by the velocity and intensity of the beat. Torso gyrating with a bass rhythm and a middle razor-sharp drive, arms pulled by hands, directed by fingers, led by fingertips that play out the eclectic melodies layered to infinity above driving percussion. He's dancing with his eyes closed, skimming across water in a messiah frenzy, pushing himself away from the torturous evils of reality toward the island of ecstatic fantasy, miles and miles under psychedelic moonlight, leaving behind guilt, leaving behind disappointment, failure, leaving behind him the ugly need, the selfish drive, forgetting the daily reality of human nature. escaping the shadows of everyday subsistence into the glorious rainbow light of perpetual present perfection, without the regret of the past or trepidation of the future. And bam, a slow-mo old-school camera flash explodes and sparks like galaxies, and for a moment he is nowhere. Formless, spaceless, and stateless. Simultaneously infinitely insignificant and vital. He feels a reassuring hand on his wrist and the rhythm of walking. And then it's corner club, first floor lounge room. Sounds move as slow and muddy as the heavy layer of cigarette and cigar smoke that hangs 4 feet above the floor, only stirring awake through the stimulation of a patron on their way to the door. Small red carved lampshades shed a warm hue over the room, the finishing touches on some coke-addled designer's minimalist extravagance wet dream. Fine red leather trimmed with brass sits glamorous A-list salon tan mutations of every description adorned in all black. This month's fashion accessory, the South American beauty. The olive-skinned Venus hoovers lines off the pricks of these A-list pricks. Small lines, easy to finish. While riding her client. Okay. The olive-skinned Venus hoovers lines off the pricks of these A-list pricks. Small lines and quick to finish. While riding her client's big toe and mumbling the mantra, do good, get good, do good, get good, do good, get good. She's got the self-satisfied look of control that only comes from ego stroking and fake submission. Deep house wumps infiltrates and couples and threesomes and foursomes and fivesomes. Entire entourages in mid-peak rush, eyes closed, fingertips buzzing with green eclectic sparks of artificial energy. Caress. A southern London nuptial DJs behind a two-way mirror looking out onto the dance floor, cutting scratches while young female real estate agents fillet his many erect penises, awaiting a dose of his hallucinogenic expulsion to take them higher into bliss. Dance floor sways hypnotically to deep Parisian sounds of sultry, slow sweating sexuality, lit by a simple array of intermittent coloured spills, occasionally retreating into the darkness to leave pure glow teeth smiles of UV. This is Freebase, the mid-zone for the clubbers elite.